She isn't a thing that you can solve, and she is your own daughter. Don't you feel ashamed to do so? How can you do this? In disbelief, Mr. King, daughter is of no use. Such a burden on the family. Waste of money, and this girl is bad luck for me. Because of her, I was pushed out from my own house. She is that bad luck, and that brought pain in my life. She is the reason behind my pathetic life, and you expect me to feel ashamed because of this? Pointing at Ryan, whose legs are rebelling due to the words her own father is spitting out. There, that was your own deeds. That's not her fault. Why can't you understand such a simple thing? Getting more and more frustrated and annoyed by the man's each words against his Noona. Mr. Kang, you all teams shout too much. Annoyed. First you, gazing at Ryan, he then pulled her towards himself by pulling her forearm, which made her bumps on his hard chest. I told you, sweetheart, cooperate with me. He bent a little and whispers in her ears, and do whatever I want, but you like to disobey me. I warned you to, that you can't face the consequences. He pulled his head up after sniffing her neck once, and then faced her. Now suffer more with your brothers. Holding her jaw tightly, that left some marks on her chin. Mr. Kang is clenching her jaw tightly, making her wrenched in pain. More tears gathered in her eyes due to immense pain. Mr. Kang, can't you listen to me, sweetheart? Why you want to make it worse for yourself? He darkly said. Cook, I'm telling you, leave her. He growled. Mr. Kang, this annoyed him more, because the way Cook raised his voice on him, the urge to show his power to the little kids in front of him, rise more inside him. And what if I won't? Kang turned and faced them, then rested his hands over Ryan's waist. Jimin, Kang, if our brothers come here, they won't leave you. And if you are that much strong, then free us. Greeted his feet. Mr. Kang, for that, they have to know our location. And coming here is impossible. They won't be able to find our location. He smiled quietly. Vminkook noticed that he is making Ryan more and more uncomfortable by touching her inappropriately. These things are hurting them the most. They are there only in front of their sister, still aren't able to protect her. This feeling of being helpless is hitting them from inside. The truth, which they got to know, shocked all of them and hurted them to the core. Vminkook loves all of them like their own family. Now, out of nowhere, they got to know that they, Vminkook, aren't their eldest little sibling. How can it be happen? Youngs have raised them up. They are the persons who are Vminkook's comfort zone, trust, love, care, strength, everything. The unknown fact are hitting them very hard. No wonder why Joon and Suga hide the truth from these many years. They were knowing that their babies aren't strong enough to endure the pain. Vine is also thinking the same thing. She isn't able to process anything. She is feeling numb. Her weak and bloody gaze is fixed on her 3 babies. Same goes to Vminkook. They are also looking at her with so many mixed emotions. Mr. Kang, so now tell me, will you do what I will tell you? Will you obey me like a good girl? Pulling Vine towards him by her waist, which made her bumped on his chest, Wayne just looked at him with teary eyes. There was trying very hard to free himself. He has a cutter in his back pocket. He mostly kept it in the hospital while doing work, and they kidnapped him from there. So he is having that cutter till now with him. Mr. Kang, sweetheart, I want words, gritting his teeth. You know what I hate the most? When someone disobey me or don't behave good. So if you do so, then be ready to face the results. Till now, they have cut his one rope somehow. While Jimin is talking with Mr. Kang, Jimin, Kang, just leave her. Don't you dare to touch her by your hands. Mr. Kang ignored him and looked at Ryan. Mr. Kang, these brothers of yours are now getting on my nerves. They're sniffing Ryan's neck and whispering in her ear. Ryan, please, stay away from me, please. Very low voice. I am not liking this. Mr. Kang, never sweetheart, he said and started to move his hands on her back insanely, which makes her cry out loud. Backstory. Actually, Mr. Kim went to Mr. Kang for the help. He wants to kidnap Vminkook for the signatures of the property, but in return, Mr. Kang asked for something. As Mr. and Mrs. Kim don't have anything to give, Mr. Kang got Kim's information and asked for his daughter's pic. And Mr. Kim gladly showed the pics of Ryan. And from that day, Mr. Kang is madly obsessed with her beauty. It's been a year of all this, and now his obsession is on its peak. He only wants wine, and Mr. Kim has sold her to Mr. Kang. Anger took over there, as he can't see his Noona being touched by a woman in front of him. He grabbed Mr. Kang's collar from behind and punched him on his face. He was about to go further, but Kang's man came and held him tightly. Wine was going to run towards him, but Mr. Kang gripped her hair in his face tightly to prevent her from going near there. Leave me, you! Struggling hard, Wine. She hissed in pain loudly. Mr. Kang, you are not the type of people who will understand by words. But there, you kid, dare to punch me. How dare you? Kang left Wine and punched on Tae's face furiously. Other two men hold Wine by her hands, while Kang continues punching the poor guy. Mr. Kang's punch are very hard for the poor kid, that his nose started to bleed. Cook, Young, please don't beat him, please. Pleading voice. Mr. Kang was not in his sense. He was furious. He is also a big mafia and have anger issues, but not more bigger than Joon and Suga. Mr. Kang continues to punch Tae on his stomach, but he stopped when Wine, please leave him, don't hurt them, I beg you, please, crying hard and begging for the sake of her kids. Mr. Kang looked back at Wine's condition. He smirked internally. On the other side, as Suga informed others, they gets furious. Suga told everything about kidnapping thing. Now, all of them are kidnapped as he investigates. Jin. He quickly orders to his men, guards, I want to be betrayers in my basement, and I want more guards. Suga, Joon, What about their location? Did you get information? Joon, Young, I think they have removed kids all accessories. See, the location is showing at the same place. That too, at the beach. Yes, it's true. Guards have removed all the accessories. Suga, wait, tell me the things which you have checked. Seriously, while loading his Joon, Young, the chains, necklace, watches, bracelets, Jibin's and Cook's earrings with Van's rings. And that's it. Sugar. Okay. Thinking hard. Track Van's location by her anklet. Joon. But Young, she doesn't for any. And if she does, then too, there is no tracker in her anklet. Is Joon was the one who hid trackers in Magnus' accessories? Sugar. No, there is only one anklet which she is wearing right now, which I made her wear forcefully before some days. He is the one who buys weapons and other equipment, so he brought an anklet which can be used as a tracker, and it's only one, so the person can wear it in only one ankle. Joon tried to track her by that and found her. Joon, Young, I found it. Happily. Jin, good. Now be ready for your boat's first mission. Hobi, yes, Young, we are ready. They sat in a limo and their guards are also following them from behind in many cars. Hobi, Young, I'm nervous. While looking at his Joon and Hobi are Mafia too. As Jin and Suga train them, they still don't know much, but ready to go with them, as both are quick learner and are very enthusiastic for this work. Suga, Hoba, don't worry, and I know you're nervous because of kids. He looks at Jin. Jin was also checking his weapons while looking lost in his own thoughts. Suga, Young. Jin didn't respond. Suga, Young, shaking him a little. Jin, yes, Suga. Say, Suga, Young, don't worry, nothing will not happen to our any kids. Be positive. He is also scared, but is giving hopes to others. Jin, Suga can't. I can't because of Mr. Kim. That man, he hates kids so much. He can do anything with them for its sake. Joon, Young, be positive. Nothing will happen to our kids. They are very strong. All know that, but deep down, all are way more scared for youngest and for their reactions. They can fight with anyone, confront anyone, but not their own family members, and that too, their kids. Jin, both of you will stay behind. As Mr. Kim still doesn't know about you both being Mafia, to Hobi and Joon, with Vminkook and Yn, Mr. Kang, tie him like before. He ordered to his guards. He then went to Yn. Mr. Kang, okay, if my sweetheart wants me to not harm her brothers, then you have to cooperate with me and follow me in my words. Wayne didn't say anything, as he doesn't have any option rather than obey him. She nodded lightly while looking at Dad's condition, having tears in her eyes. She is not struggling to free herself. Vminkook, no, Noona, please, you don't have to obey him. Teary eyes. Cook, Noona, look up. Look at us. Please. You don't need to obey this. Struggling to get free. Mr. Kang, guards, signal something. and his man went to Vminkook. Mr. Kang, so sweetheart, I want you to go inside where you were before by yourself, and I will come and get to look up at any of your brother. His intentions aren't good at all. Wine, why are you doing this? Can't you leave us? If my oppa will come to know about your this behavior, then they won't leave you. She said while directly looking into his eyes. His eyes are red now, having no emotions. Mr. Kang, you know what? I don't care of anyone until I get what I want. And if I want, then I have my own ways. He clapped 2 times and his man started whipping Vminkook harshly. Vminkook are hissing in pain. Wine, no, please, stop. I will obey you. Shout while eyes closed tightly. No, Noona looked at Wine and shook his head as no with teary eyes. Wine lastly still a glance at them and then turned around with heavy heart and went inside the room where she was before. Mr. Kang had tried to force her, but she slapped him and then he tied her hands. Then come to this area, as Mr. Kim called them. And as soon as Wine disappeared from their sides, then only his men stopped to beat Vminkook. Brothers are already broken. This day is the worst day of their life. They had to face so many things which they never ever expected. They are looking at Mr. Kang furiously. Mr. Kang looked at them and turned around to go, but stopped when Jimin, stop, don't do anything to her, or you can't imagine what will happen with you. Fire eyes. Mr. Kang will see that too. She is mine, and now I will mark her as mine. He turned around, and at that time, Mr. Kim came back with the documents, and Mr. Kang went away from there to the room where Wine just went. Mr. Kim now signed his papers, he rudely said to Vminkook. He then signals his men to free their hands. Jimin, Kim, leave her, otherwise she won't sign the papers. Firmly, Mr. Kim, he scoffed. Do you want to make the situation more worse? Cook, we won't sign until you tell Kang to leave Noona. Same as Jimin. Mr. Kim, I think you want to see her face, gritting his teeth. There, aren't you her own father? Don't you feel any shame by doing such things with her? Crying hard. Mr. Kim, daughter like her is only a... Interrupted by Suga. She isn't. Fit this in your mind. Loudly, I looked at his side. Vminkook, young, low cracked voice. Jin and Suga standing at the entrance of the place, having serious look, holding in many cards behind them, ready to attack or their enemy. Jin and Suga looked at Magnus. Their hearts sank just by looking at them. They are having many cuts on their bodies. Their face is also bleeding, looking very pale and having tear stains on their cheeks. Their eyes are filled with tears. Jin and Suga control their emotions. Vminkook are still having doubt about the truth, but he realized it was all truth after seeing their Hyungi with the weapons and looking like some dangerous mafias. Mr. Kim gulped hard as he assumed that Jin and Suga won't be able to fight them. But here they are, standing like fearless person, which they are. Jin, what have you done to my kids? He angrily growled. Mr. Kim signaled something, and another man gave a thumbs up to him. Mr. Kim, I haven't done anything, but can do so many things. He looked at his men who were standing near to Vminkook. 3 men points the and Vminkook said. Jin and Suga looked at each other and then smirked. Jin, oh really? Will you? Sarcastically. Mr. Kim, I can't. Don't take me easily. Scared but showing himself strong, Jin and Suga walked towards him. Jin, how can you be so much heartless? You have hurted your own sons in disbelief. Mr. Kim, no, they aren't my sons. You are my sons. Cut off Suga. No, neither Vminkook nor us. We aren't like him. Heartless. Mr. Kim, yes you are. You, my Jin, Hoba, Joon, you all are my sons. Can't you understand a small thing? Jin, for your kind information, if we are your sons, then Vminkook are also your own kids. And you also have a daughter. At that time, Hobi and Joon came from a different passage. They went silently to Vminkook, made the 3 men unconscious, who were up to guarding of Vminkook. As Mr. Kim was busy in his conversation with other 2, Hobi and Joon took chance and tried to open the ropes, by which Vminkook are tied up. They are trying to get Vminkook free without making any sounds, but a guard showed that guard. So see that side to Mr. Kim, and as he looked, all of the men of Jin and Suga started to fight with others, and all are now fighting. Vminkook are still tied because Hobi and Joon have engrossed themselves in the fight. Mr. Kim somehow managed to go near Vminkook. He stood there with 2 in his hand and pointing towards their cook. Mr. Kim, don't you dare to take a step further. Angrily, all brothers stood straight at their place. Mr. Kim, I never thought my Hobi and Joon will also betray me. I don't know what these 4 have done to you. Referring to Yn and Vminkook. Jin, leave them. Otherwise,